What's going on, everybody? trueeevil here, and today I want to talk about how to progress your account in a really efficient way so that you're able to get the most rewards possible in the first 2 weeks of Persona 5 The Phantom X. Now, personally, since this is a story-driven game, I am taking my time with progressing my account, but since this is also a gacha game, we have to look at the end game to make sure that we're getting all the rewards possible so we can really take the time and enjoy it as a Persona game and really have the enjoyment of a gacha game at the same time. And if this is your first gacha game or first Persona game, you really have to merge these two together because sometimes I'm enjoying the game so much I forget it's a gacha game, and sometimes I just remember it's a gacha game. So the most important part is in every gacha game at the beginning there are these plans. And in this game the most important one to look at is the raise 8 Phantom Thieves to level 30 part. And this is what's going to really set your account up ready for that in game because you're going to need 2 tames to tackle it. And because resources start getting scarce at the level 30 mark, we need to figure out what is the best way to efficiently level our characters up and make sure that we're ready for endgame. And the best way to do that is, well, go to endgame first to see which characters are going to be the best to level up. So let's do that right now. Now, the reason why I say look at the Velvet trials first is because you're just going to generally see which is the strongest units to build so you can progress your account the best. And we're going to check this by going to rankings. Now, one of the bosses is weak to curse, so obviously every single team in the top 100 is going to have Joker, which is a little bit scary if, well, you didn't pull Joker or don't want to go for Joker or lost the 50-50. I'm personally saving my pulls at the beginning for a different character, so Joker isn't on the menu for me. So what we need to do is, well, maybe I don't have the best possible unit, but how am I going to replace that on my team? Well, we're going to do that, at least for me, with Wonder. I am going to build a persona that has curse DPS so that I'm able to really tackle this boss efficiently. As well as we need to look at the supports and navigators. Now there's only 2 navigators at the beginning of the game because we haven't unlocked wind yet, and due to that I would say in those 8 units you're definitely going to just want to build both the navigators. So now we have 6 slots left, and as we see from here, every single one of these teams is using one of the lower rarity support units. And personally, I think both of them are amazing. So if you do have both of them, I would recommend building both. Now, if you don't have both of these, I'm personally going to build Tomoko because I have her. But if you have the nuclear buff unit, I do believe that he has a little bit more juice than Tomoko, so would recommend building him. But both of them are great, and I would say in the 8 units that those are definitely 2 worth building. Now, going over here, I think Soy is the best healer in the game and definitely a must build, but we don't unlock Soy for free until a little bit later on in the story. So because of that, you're going to possibly hold off on Soy, and that's totally okay. But I would have that in the back of my mind. And if you level up 8 characters to 30 before you unlock Soy, what I would say is have one on the back burner type deal and not progress past 30. And on that character, you're just, well, leave it at 30, and then when you get Soy, level Soy up. And my characters I'm going to do for that is because for cattle, I don't have key, and because of that, I can't really build the full fire team here. So what I'm going to do personally is I'm going to get cattle to 30, and then I'm going to level Soy up to be my main healer on that team. Now, the Skull DPS is a unit that everyone can pull, as well as Panther is a unit everyone can get just because of the beginner banner and the unlock later on by following the plans. So because of that, I would say that getting one of each is better than getting a duplicate. So that's my plan. It's better to have a wide range of units at the beginning of the game. Now, a lot of people say to future-proof your account to get the duplicate of Panther and not get Skull, but I think it's just best to have like a really wide roster in this game because although for a gotcha player you would think that having that really strong unit is more important for future proofing, which it is. This is also a Persona game, and having the extra attack element so you can get the all out attacks is really important. And Skull is a extremely strong boss killer, so definitely worth picking up as well. So I would say just get both of them and get Panther's weapon probably. Now, I don't have the fire support, unfortunately, so what I am feeling is getting Skull and Panther as those other two units, but I don't have Skull yet, so that will be another unit that will be replacing a level 30 unit. And then we have Shiratori here. And because of that, we've pretty much figured out what the 8 units are if we go to our roster. Now, let's go over there and really figure it out. Now, the most important part when leveling up your characters at the beginning is, well, make sure that you're only focusing on 8 as well as knowing what is the best thing to upgrade at the beginning. I would say to avoid leveling this up on a lot of characters, and if you are going to level these up, just pick the moves that you're going to be using. For example, if you're not really using the highlight of a character, I generally wouldn't upgrade it. So characters like Panther are going to be the ones that you want to upgrade for that. Characters like Skull, just your DPS units that you know you're going to get that highlight for. Then just level up their main attack that you're going to utilize. So that's really important. This is definitely not the most important thing to level up at the beginning. What is the most important thing to level up is the ascension parts. So for example here, for the leveling up, you're going to want to get this. You're going to want to do this, and it's called Ascension in most games, and this is one of the most important things to do in a gacha game. Ascension is going to just give you a whole lot of stats at the beginning, and generally this is going to be stronger than, say, leveling a character up from 30 to 35. So this is going to be your priority for using your materials, so definitely try to do the ascensions first on all your characters before leveling some of them up to like all 35, for example. More important to just do that with all of your levels and weapons. And then once you get that pretty much to go, you're going to want to focus on levels next. Now, the weapon experience is going to be the first thing that you're going to run out of at the beginning. And the great thing about this game versus other gacha games is that when you do get a new weapon, you're going to be able to just switch them and keep all of the levels. As you can see, it changes the levels when you switch. So this means it's really okay to level up a blue weapon and a purple weapon in this game, which is something I can't say about a lot of gacha games. So in that regard, totally just level up the weapon of your DPSs. I wouldn't necessarily level up your support units at the beginning. Just really prioritize the DPSs at first and wonder and really get that going. So that is how I would upgrade the characters at the beginning. Work on Ascension, then work on the levels after that with your DPSs, and then once you really lock in and figure out which of those 8 characters you want to focus on, then just start gassing them up. And then for the persona levels, wait until the end and only level up the skills that you're really going to use. And then once you just have a lot of resources, then you can level up the other skills. Now, for Wonder, he's going to be the most important character to level up in this game. And because of that, just pretty much what you're going to want to do is at every threshold, which is pretty much every 5 levels, so at 30, 35, 40, come back and check here and really level up all the stats as much as possible. And really look at how to get these, which is through the Velvet Trials, which we looked at the beginning. So go to the Velvet Trials, do some of that, get everything you need, and then hold back up and get to enjoy the game. Then work on the personas you need. This is going to be different for everyone. So if you have Joker, for example, you're not going to need to level up this curse DPS. It's really just going to depend on what you're missing on your account. So maybe you need a nuclear DPS or some type of support. Wonder is amazing because, well, he can fill up any of your weaknesses through the gotcha. So really focus in on him and make sure he's just completely built. And I would say just level up his weapon, level up everything on him 100%. You have to use him in all content, so he should just definitely be your strongest character. So if you do all of that, you're going to be able to progress in everything in Persona the way you want to and not really have to worry about any of the gotcha parts, and you can enjoy this game as just a really good Persona game. I've been really enjoying the story content a lot, and I hope you have too. So let me know in the comments if this progression guide was helpful, as well as what type of content you want to see me make for this game. So, see you guys next time.